What's up, beautiful human beings? More story time with Jahbuela. I'm gonna pick up where I left off. I return now to the illusion that we call life, and to that part of you which has lain dormant for so many incarnations. Your ability to read the signs of the planet herself, as she instructs you in your course of learning. She and she alone understands the intricacies that make up the physical planet that feeds you and clothes you, shelters and protects you. You need to have a far greater understanding and relationship with her, especially at this late hour. It is only through this understanding that you will realize the steps she has taken and why they were necessary. It is not my purpose to list the ways in which man has polluted his planet. Suffice it to say, it is to a level of no return. Therefore, there is no cure for you at this stage, at your level. The sand has started to shift, and all you can do is understand the reasons and learn therein. Although the crime appears very grave and the consequences even more horrific, they were and are part of the cycle that has been prepared for many eons to us from outside your earth. At a level of loving detachment, the total jigsaw is positive. Only the pieces appear not to be so. Turning into your earth is a paramount prerequisite in order for physical survival. It is for this reason that we are witnessing such an exodus into this country from back to the landers. People are being drawn from all walks of life, religions, and backgrounds. A great many of them are being led by their overselves, or spiritual guides, without being consciously aware of the fact. In most cases, this desperate fight to belong and be at one with the earth is for their future survival. Out of the ranks of these people will come the main force of the new age, although I would in no way infer that it is limited to them or any other group. The movement still goes on, and the nearer the hour of change approaches, the greater the flow. Families will pack up and go forth into the wilderness to live at a considerably lower level of material, but spiritually it will be as a return home to them. All those whose karma it is to take themselves and their children through will be drawn by very strong forces to do so. It is therefore not up to any of you to use whatever means or powers of persuasion to urge people to change their lifestyles and to live in a simple, ecological way in the country. To those of you who have made your lives in a situation where you can live more at peace with nature and your environment, I will endeavor to relate methods of increasing your awareness of nature, and also of your place as a being in harmony with the whole planet. The garden is a perfect setting to undertake this adventure in the understanding of harmony. We have the elements of the human, induced, controlled, planting, and that which is directed by the earth spirit and elemental spirits, whose work it is to form the intricate patterns of harmony and beauty that make up the living, vibrant world of nature. In the meeting place of the garden, mankind has an opportunity to establish a working relationship with the angels of nature, and in doing so, both sides are able to gain tremendously. Whoever should, by his own violation, take upon himself this task of forming a link, will establish for himself a place in the world of these spirits. Once this acceptance has been granted, whatever such a person undertaking the garden or any other growing venture will receive the best help available, resulting in what to you could only be described as magic gardens. Once again, we return to one's ability to send out and radiate loving vibrations, which cannot be taught. However, love grows out of understanding and one's ability to relate and feel in a compassionate way. When we realize that plants are living beings like ourselves, with thoughts and feelings, then we establish a relationship with them. It would appear that we love them, which is true to a degree, but that degree is insignificant when we are aware of the magnitude of love they are able to transmit to us. They are almost pure loving beings, on a far more subtle vibration than man. Because of their love, mankind has only to sincerely open his heart to the kingdom of nature, of flowers and plants, to receive far more than magic-sized plants. He will be in tune with all the energies and vibrations of nature, building an aura of peace, love, and strength around and through him, transforming his life and body. What difficulty I have in explaining this. Man at present is almost lifeless, heavy, such a cold, isolated feeling prevailing. When walking in tune with nature, after being accepted, the warmth and beauty that surrounds and transforms him will forever keep him energized and healthy. With this extraordinary gift, man would be able to handle the radiation and other negative vibrations to come. This is how I would prescribe to you a method of developing your ability to communicate. We covered earlier intuition. and the way in which one could open up oneself to being aware of that sensitive time between sleeping and waking. In the garden environment, I would not propose to you to try and attain that condition of half sleep, because although it is ideal for absorbing guidance from one's higher self, it is limited in that it gives off no actual energy from itself. In contacting the spirits of nature, we not only have to be receptive but also transmit something of meaning to them. They then can pick up our concern and sincerity about the environment and in particular the growing process of the garden. Therefore, in essence, we emanate the messages of goodwill while meditating or sitting in a contemplatory manner in the garden. There is a feeling one receives while working in tune in a garden, a kind of high. One should use that energy received and send it back to a particular plant or flower whose beauty or fragrance holds one spellbound. With that contact of beauty and energy established, call on the angels of nature to help you do their work. Do this in a sincere, humble, loving way, for if your vibrations are not subtle, then your plea will pass unheard. Because of their love, they respond to your love, but it may not be quite as you expect. They work through feelings and have difficulty descending to a level of consciousness where words and thoughts are utilized. Therefore, in most instances of communication, one would receive a feeling. In making a garden, there are many decisions to be made, whether to pull up this weed or cut a path through. All such decisions should be offered up to the devas, to allow them to come through you with the feeling of yes or no. That is the simplest form of direction, and for most the preliminary contacts will be limited. However, they have the power to make known to you secrets regarding growing, and to see what your eyes would not. The meditative focusing onto a particular plant or flower would gradually give way to a state of being, of meditational quality, all the time when you are gardening. This, of course, is ideal, as the direction would then be spontaneous. A point I would like to make is when dealing with nature, do not see disharmony, for you will be misguided. There is only harmony in nature. If a weed grows alongside a lettuce, it is by no accident. The nature spirits will have introduced it for a good reason. There is so much unknown to you because of mankind. They have done such harm to the environment. Because of this, start from now with the assurance that you know nothing of nature's way, but are willing to be guided in love by her angels to help rebuild this planet of wondrous beauty. I thank and pay homage to those of you who take up this task. Yours is the work of angels, whom you must become. Before I leave this subject, I would like to mention that for every good angel of nature, there must also be one of the opposite vibration. For they, like ourselves, work in a three-dimensional polarity world, only vibrating on a different frequency. These spirits fulfill a purpose of karma and also provide a background for the love spirits to shine against. However, in dealing with the elemental spirit world, certain rules apply. As your vibration pattern communicates with that which it harmonizes directly, if that were to be under stress or anger, there would be a negative result. Nature will use her negative energies as expressed in these spirits when man receives his karma for directing so badly, and for exploiting and polluting without concern. Therefore, in our immediate future, we will be witnessing dramatically the works of these spirits. Natural disasters of global magnitude will release in full mankind's karma back to him. After this will come a new age of freedom, when all will be in balance, all debts paid, and men will live together in harmony. This natural process is the way in which the race of man learns through lessons and punishments. Nothing is lost in reality. There is no vengeful God seeking revenge. By this release of the negative furies of nature, mankind will see and appreciate the beauty of what follows. Whether one dies and reincarnates into this new age or succeeds in pulling one's physical body through alone, you share the experience equally.